Today we're delving into a subject that has sparked intense debates, the implications of banning books in public schools. From classic novels to contemporary works, books have always been a gateway to knowledge and understanding. But what happens when certain books are deemed unfit for our students' consumption? Join me as we dive into this controversial issue, examining its impact on intellectual freedom, education, and the power of literature. Welcome to episode 135 of the Teacher Rockstar podcast, a place where tips and strategies critical to the new teacher are discussed. We share the latest educational research and best practices so that the new teacher can be better equipped for a successful classroom experience. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and today we have a thought-provoking topic to discuss: the implications of banning books in public schools. It's a controversial issue that has sparked heated debates around the world. But before we get into today's topic, I want to ask you a question. Are you a brand new teacher just fresh out of college? Would you be interested in having somebody with you every step of the way to guide and mentor you as you transition into the classroom? Well, if so, stay to the end of this episode and I will provide you with a link to learn how you can. Also, I want to mention that you could find us on YouTube. Simply go to the search bar and type in @Teacher Rockstar. Check us out over there. Okay, now, before we dive into the implications of banning books in public schools, let's take a moment to understand why this issue is so important. Books have always been a gateway to knowledge, a means for us to explore different perspectives, and an avenue of fostering critical thinking. They provide us with the opportunity to expand our horizons, challenge our beliefs, and encourage empathy towards others. However, in recent years, there has been a rise in attempts to ban certain books from school libraries and curricula. But what are the implications of such actions? To begin our discussion, let's explore the reasons behind banned books. Now, according to The Guardian, concerns over sensitive content, offensive language, or age-appropriate material are often cited as justifications for banning books. While it is important to create safe learning environments for students, it's equally vital to promote intellectual freedom and open dialogue. By banning books, we risk stifling curiosity, limiting knowledge, and hindering the development of critical thinking skills. So, what are some of the implications of banning books in public schools? Let's take a closer look at this. One of the significant implications is the restriction of diverse perspectives. Books often reflect the realities of our world, tackling important topics such as racism, discrimination, mental health, just to name a few. By banning books that address these issues, we deny students the opportunity to explore different viewpoints and understand the complexities of the world they live in. Education should empower students to engage with diverse ideas, fostering empathy and tolerance. Furthermore, banning books can contribute to the suppression of creativity and individuality. Books have the power to inspire and ignite the imagination. They encourage students to think outside the box and explore new possibilities. By limiting the types of books available, we risk stifling the creative potential of our students, preventing them from discovering their passions and unique perspectives on the world. It's crucial to remember that banning books doesn't make the underlying issues disappear. Instead, it sweeps them under the rug, preventing meaningful conversations and inhibiting the growth of a more inclusive society. Education is the key to progress, and through literature, we have the opportunity to educate, enlighten, and promote understanding. However, on the flip side, some argue that banning books protects students from potentially harmful or inappropriate content. While it's important to protect children, we must strike a balance between providing a safe environment and nurturing intellectual growth. Instead of banning books outright, we can introduce age-appropriate materials and engage in open conversations with students about challenging topics. This approach empowers them to develop critical thinking skills and make informed decisions. The teaching channel provides valuable insights into how educators can navigate sensitive topics within the classroom. It emphasizes the importance of fostering a safe and respectful environment where students feel comfortable expressing their opinions and engaging in dialogue. By creating such spaces, we can ensure that students receive the guidance and support they need to navigate complex issues without resorting to banning books. Now, as we conclude this episode, let's reflect on the implications of banning books in public schools. While it's essential to consider the sensitivities of students and parents, we must prioritize intellectual freedom, diverse perspectives, and critical thinking. Education should not be limited to a single narrative, but should encourage exploration, empathy, and open-mindedness. By allowing books to be banned, we risk impeding the intellectual growth of our students, limiting their exposure to different cultures, and hindering their ability to engage with complex societal issues. Instead, let's focus on fostering an environment where educators, students, and parents can have meaningful conversations about challenging topics while providing appropriate guidance and support. Well, my friend, we have come to the end, and I hope this episode has encouraged you to think critically about the importance of intellectual freedom and the power of literature in shaping young minds. If you have any thoughts, questions, or personal experiences related to this topic, please reach out to us on our social media platforms or through email. Remember, an open mind leads to endless possibilities. Okay, at the beginning of the show, I said if you'd be interested in having somebody with you every step of the way to guide and assist you as you transition into the classroom, and that I'd provide you with a link to learn more, well, here it is. All you simply have to do is go to tra.teacherclassroomresources.com. That's tra.teacherclassroomresources.com. Thank you for listening to the Teacher Rockstar Podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles. Should you have a topic that you would like me to address on the show, shoot me an email. I personally read every single email that comes in, and I'd love to hear from you. When you get a moment, visit our website and subscribe to my newsletter for the latest educational research, best practices, and unadvertised free bonuses. Go to teacherclassroomresources.com. And don't forget to subscribe to us at the Teacher Rockstar Podcast. And if you'd like to support us, please feel free to share our podcast with others. Post about it on social media. And if you feel comfortable doing so, leave a rating and review. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks again. We'll see you same time, same place next week. And remember, my friend, you got this.